Do you need eggs? Episode 2. Life can sometimes be determined by a single word from a passing connection. If love had an expiration date, it surely would be 3 years. Today marks 990 days for me and Jeju Nappa, but the tone of our brawls changed since day 920. When fights broke out, neither of us would back down, engaging in proxy wars through KakaoTalk. We'd unleash every emoticon at our disposal, expressing our rage. After such trembling battles, when a boyfriend of 3 years ghosts my texts and calls, tears well up, unbidden. Are you avoiding me? Why avoid me? Hey! Kim Jae-jin! Though I hated it to death, I swallowed my pride and called first. The call connected once and then abruptly cut off. That single call taught me never to do something I detest. I realized Kim Jae-jun had blocked my number. But lessons are just lessons, and I pestered my phone all the way to the cafeteria. It wasn't hunger that drove me to the cafeteria. After such disgrace in the classroom, my conscienceless feet led me there. I must be crazy or senile. Why did I do it? I berated myself all the way. I can't afford to skip any classes if I want to graduate this year. One advantage of a women's university is that you can go to the cafeteria even with red eyes and a face as swollen as a full moon. I looked around for a seat after getting my food at the counter. There was Kyung-ah, engrossed in her tablet PC while eating. Before I even set down my tray, Kyung-ah asked, "Rode the slave ship, huh? You're like a ghost. How did you know? Your eyelids had an earthquake, and a sinkhole formed." Looking in the mirror, I saw a circular mark where I had lifted my eyelid with a pen. My makeup had smeared, deepening the wrinkles. I dabbed at them with a sponge and asked Kyung-ah, "Not eating? What are you doing?" "Working on 3D models I made. Planning to upload them as metaverse items." You know how to do that too? What can't our Kyung-ah do? I can't do things with my feet. Big fight with the boyfriend? No, we didn't fight. The mind has gone on vacation and the face is distorted, right? Do I really look like that? Kyung-ah now shot me a blatantly suspicious look. Quick-witted girl. Kyung-ah is a senior in the sculpture department. She's been crafting accessories for the dance and costume departments throughout her school years. We're occasional dining partners. It's an unspoken agreement that it's better than the awkwardness of eating alone, right? Should we lay down a mat? That spot looks good. Great view, wide visibility. You know, I don't like things I see with my eyes. I prefer things I do with my hands. Kyung-ah, did you visit your mom? Jisoo playfully spoke to Kyung-ah as she set down her tray of shabby food. How did you know? Your face. Wilted cabbage. Your tone is exactly like someone on filial duty. Ah. Jisoo is a senior in the physical education department. She entered as a special sports recruit, a national relay runner. Her beauty overshadowed her talent, but she was once a hopeful for international medals for South Korea. Now, various reasons have dimmed the spotlight, but she still has male fans who follow her to the stadium. I became good friends with Jisoo like that when we met as roommates in our freshman year. Why the diet? Only a week left until the photo shoot. What photo shoot? Body profile. Ah, that photo shoot. Chose your outfit yet? Not yet. You look great in crop tops, especially in shades of blue. Really? Then how about this one? Am I being ostracized? You're my bestie. My dining partner. Why don't I know so much? You're soulless to us right now. I can tell even if we just eat occasionally. Really?
Still no contact from Appa?
Chased me like crazy when he wanted to date, and now he ends it like this?
Been with a guy without six-pack abs for too long. Six-packs all around me. Want to go on a double date? No.
No. I do. Let's do it.
You totally despise rebound relationships, don't you?
Me? No, I don't despise them.
Totally. You despise them. I'm done eating. I'll go first. All right. See you again.
Kyung-ah, with a puzzled look, was the first to tidy up and leave. I vented my frustration by picking on rebound relationships. Seoul is a city of transfers. Buses and subways transfer. So why the hate on transfer dating?
Whoa, calm down. Why so agitated? Kyung-ah is right. You do despise it. Just admit it.
You all know so much that I don't. Human emotions can't be sliced clean like a radish. Wounds inflicted by people heal faster when treated by people, leaving fewer scars. Yet, rebound relationships are scorned, while treating it as a courtesy to an ex, even though my wounds have not healed. Bullshit. Such a nonsensical reason. Now that I'm the one involved, courtesy and consideration seem pointless. If it were about courtesy to a new partner, maybe I could understand. But after fighting to death, growing apart, and breaking up out of dislike, why should we worry about scratching an ex's feelings and feel guilty? If it helps heal my wounds, then what's the big deal with rebound dating?
Go on a blind date. That's it.
I'd rather do something else than a blind date.
What else? Should I call the guys from the Taekwondo club to give you a beating?
Aren't you embarrassed to be photographed in just your underwear for the body profile?
Huh?
Then, it's settled. There's a reason why I took Jaejun Oppa's LETs. Stop as a cue to break up. Fights are usually a mess of words. Honestly, what the fuck is wrong? They're screaming and fighting like they're going to vomit blood, but isn't this at the level of cuteness? We've even slapped each other in the streets. Yelling at each other until we're hoarse, saying, "Stop it," was an unspoken agreement that we were both exhausted. Just like Kyung-ah, and I silently agreed to be dining partners. Our couple had its own rules for fighting. The problem is the silence. Silence made its first appearance in our fight today. Even a brief silence meant we were considering something different. And the only other thing left to consider in our fights was breaking up. Love should be passionate, but breakups should be cool, or at least gentlemanly. It's absurd for a couple of 3 years to break up over Kakao Talk. You date over Kakao Talk, but you should break up face to face. So, I'm going to make him come to me. Just wait, Kim Jaejun. If Sungwoo Women's University is one of the top 3 women's universities in Korea, then Seoyeon University is one of the top 3 prestigious universities. It's known for its expensive tuition and for being attended by students from good families. It's a school where you have to be top of your class to get in. Kim Jaejun is a junior in the business department at Seoyeon University. I could never have been a tutor more skilled than him. I also made it into a prestigious women's university with math, but I was admitted through a social consideration admission, having never been top of my class.
Via, do you acknowledge that I'm your true friend?
Of course.
Then let's stop this. Your crazy antics at Yowu have already reached Appa's ears. It's more embarrassing than you think.
I was fully dressed up, handing out flyers in front of Seoyeon University's main gate with Jisoo for 3 days. I printed flyers with a huge photo of Kim Jaejun, offering gift certificates to anyone who reported his whereabouts, even staking my conscience on it. I even created an open KakaoTalk chat room called Sinchon Dine and Dasher. I could find him in half a day with social media tracking, but I'm doing this, enduring the embarrassment, because of my determination to make him show up on his own. The two of us university girls handing out these ridiculous flyers must have become the talk of Seoyeon University. As Jisoo said, our story might have already reached Kim Jae-jun's ears. He might have seen it with his own eyes. If not, he might have been in a traffic accident, fallen off a mountain, lying unconscious from an electric shock, or gone back to the military. Otherwise, there's no way he wouldn't know about what we're doing. Yet he still hasn't shown up. What does that mean?
Via. What are you thinking so hard about? Snap out of it.
Oh? Sorry. I came to my senses at Jisoo's fuss. Discarded flyers were rolling on the ground. Jisoo was covering her face with her disheveled hair. Then a man surrounded by women picked up a wanted flyer from the ground. The man, who slightly lifted the corners of his mouth while looking at the flyer, said something unexpected.
Cute? Huh? Creative.
That day, our flyers should never have caught his eye. Never. Our story continues.